Hey guys, Cup+Filter part 4 here, and we're going to jump right into the acrostic, I believe that's what it's called, of filter, F-I-L-T-E-R. It's a 6-step process, and first we talked about your cup, your morning routine, and then this is what you're going to apply in that time that's going to help you do what we're here to do, which is quiet the noise and hear God's voice. So the F, I, and L we're going to cover in this video. In the next video we'll do T, E, and R. So to begin with, the F is for focus. And this period of time is going to be 5 minutes long, 5 minutes of the 30 minutes. And you're going to put on a worship song or put on some type of music or just maybe sit in silence for a few minutes. But for 5 minutes, you're going to really do your darndest to focus on the Lord and to worship Him, to express your gratefulness, thankfulness to Him. And this kind of has a dual purpose. One, you're going to spend some time worshiping God, right? But the second thing is that this is kind of a little bit of a bait and switch to the voices that want to nag at you or shout at you. And it's going to kind of stir them up a little bit because the voices always come to the vacuum. They always come to the places where there is either no noise or there is a place where there is an intended focus. And whenever you try to focus, there will always be those voices that try to rush in. So this is kind of a way to get them to stir up a little bit and to see which ones rear their ugly heads first, right? And one of the things you need to know is that this process of knowing the Lord and coming near to Him, this focus piece is not just a noun. It's not something that happens. It's not something that you have in a moment. Focus is a verb. Focus is something that takes a process, that takes time often to really focus. So don't think about focus as something you either have or you don't. Think about focus as something that you do as a verb. Okay, so that's focus. Once that 5 minutes is over, and we can cover these in more detail, and any questions you have you can put on the Facebook group or ask me via email. But the second one is the I, and that is identify. So you're going to take those first 5 minutes, and right after that you're going to take 2 to 3 minutes to identify the voices, the top 3 to 4 voices that were speaking loudly in your head in that moment. Sometimes those voices will be lies. Sometimes they'll be like, man, you are a piece of crap. But most of the time the voices don't say that. They say like, you're a piece of shit or something like that. They'll say something like, you're worthless, or you'll never get past this, or you'll always deal with this, or you'll never have enough. And those voices are lies. You also have voices that are more like task oriented, right? There are things that, oh, I've got to do this. I know I need to. You don't have time to stop and pray or stop. You need to get to work. You need to do this. Sometimes voices are ideas, things that are stirring in your head. Oftentimes voices are the words of others that are ringing in your head, true or not true. And so there are many faces to these voices, but what you have to do is identify them, give them a name, kind of in some way describe them in a short way, a couple words to help you know exactly who you're talking to, what you're talking about. And then the L is to lay down the law. And to lay down the law means to actually articulate what that voice is saying, and then to say specifically to that voice. And you don't necessarily have to write this, but you're going to say to that voice, this is not your time. Right now, you are lying to me. It's a lie that says you are never going to break through. That's a lie. That's one of the voices that comes up in my mind. And I have to say that to that lie. You know what? I'm not that God. That's not what God says about me. And then I say maybe even a quick prayer like, Lord, I will work on this. I will look back at my goals and see how I can break through. Or sometimes tasks come up and it's like, you got to do this now. And you say, it's not your time right now. I will work on this as soon as I get done. And it's a way of helping you to lay down the law to those voices. So focus, identify, lay down the law. and then the next video we'll talk about the next 3 things. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Hit me with an email, and we're going to get rolling on this and actually put this into practice real soon.